Bing boing bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip.
Hey guys, this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip, and welcome. Sunday morning, we're going to be meeting for church at 8 a.m. on this channel, guys. But I wanted to put this out there real quick because I've heard from several people about last night's AD live from a lot of you, and yeah, I agree with the majority of you. Well, with all of you that wrote to me, I think there could have been better questions asked. I think, and this isn't, listen, I want to make something clear. I'm not here to talk about content creators and bash content creators. That's not the case here. I'm not trying to do that. Until you're up there on a panel with somebody, you really don't know how, you're going to act. And if you want people to talk, you got to give them the opportunity, and you have to give them a safe platform to do that. However, you have to take advantage of the situation at hand and ask the most pertinent questions that everybody wants to know. And that was missed, in my opinion. It was missed last night. Justin got on and he got right away, and Justin's partially responsible for this because when he came on, he started cursing right away, and that Justin shouldn't have done that. First of all, you could take somebody's channel down by doing that, so what are you going to do that for? But he also shouldn't have just been hung up on, and I mean, maybe try to get them to engage in a conversation, shut somebody's mic down by letting have the other person talk and such. But you could clearly see there was a weird relationship, good, bad, but there was a relationship between Patrick and Justin. And I saw in the chat before I finally got off after Justin was dismissed in that way. I got off the chat and I was going to watch the Rebecca Michelot, Corey Michelot thing anyway, where I know some of you wrote to me and said, that they know that that's what I was doing because I had plugged that for Rebecca, and, because it's an important story, Corey Michelot. So, and in my opinion, a lot more important than the grown men. This was about, the death of a 6-year-old child. So, but anyway, you could clearly see that Justin had some truth. And how are you going to get up on a panel? You're questioning somebody, they're telling you very specific things that you're saying to them. Justin had told me that Patrick did. He said that a couple times, and I believe that story because that story hasn't changed. The things that Justin has said about the family and the people involved has never changed from day one. From day one. Anyway, Kathy from Curious Soul Deep Dive, she's going to, and I believe that Justin is going to do it, that he obviously wants to speak and say something and get an opportunity to talk without being shut down. But Justin also has to remember to be respectful on people's panels as well. But anyway, I'm interested in seeing that. I'm hopeful, and I believe he'll do it, and I'm hopeful that he will go live with Kathy, and you can ask direct questions respectfully, like Patrick was supposed to be respected last night. He's the guy that owes the money. He's the guy that's partially responsible for what's going on. Kathy and I, we and I don't know Kathy, but I watched the video she put out. I don't think Patrick meant for that family to be split up, but I think Patrick owes them money. And who cares about anything beyond that? If anybody works and anybody is told, hey, listen, I'm going to pay you, pay them. I heard something about Patrick with the Timmy thing. What's Timmy going to do with that money? You didn't make a deal with Timmy. You made a deal with Betty and Larry. Now, how would you like somebody coming in and doing that to you, Patrick? You wouldn't. You didn't. So, and listen, I believe 1000% that Patrick feels betrayed by the Whittakers. But if he would get and stand up and walk away from the situation to look at it the way that the Whittakers are looking at it, perhaps the Whittakers feel betrayed. I mean, that would make more sense to me, and they're reacting because they don't know who to trust, including Patrick. How has he been fair with them? No. So why would they trust him? He said he would give them money, and he didn't. He hasn't. Why would they trust him? All he had to do was give him the money back. We'd be done talking about Patrick, right? He could have gone on to something. I'm beginning to think he doesn't have the money. And I'm beginning to think all about his character. So it doesn't matter, right? I'm just some old woman, right? Old woman that, you know, once upon a time ago, Patrick had respect for because he came on my channel. He reached out to me, right? Or was I just used as a platform? Was that to what? I've always said, pay them. Pay them. That's all I have to say to Patrick. Pay them. I'll tell you what, in March or April, whenever I do my taxes, you guys will see how long it'll take me to pay them as soon as I'm done with my taxes and figure out what it is that I owe the Whittakers, which my accountant will figure out in that same day. You'll see, because we're going to do it live. Wouldn't that be something? If we paid more than Patrick? Unbelievable. We're paying more than Gypsy Rose to Make-A-Wish Foundation on my other channel. Figure that one out. When people don't pay anything, it's easy for other people to pay more. What's really sad is I didn't take a wheelchair from anybody, and we didn't take the Whittakers away. That was Eric, and that was Patrick, in my opinion now, because he hasn't done anything to help in that situation. He's trying to decide what he can do, how he can work it. It's not up to him. It's not up to him. Clearly, look at the situation he's in. So how can it be up to him? Guys, I'm interested. I can't wait to see the live tonight on Kathy's channel. So I'm staying tuned for that one. And yeah, I'm just hopeful that people will get the opportunity to speak. And that's it. That's it. So that's all, guys. All right. So this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Daddy One Skip. This is not my story, yo. And I'm grateful that it's not. And it's the holidays. It's the holidays. So you guys think about that. You know, there's more than just content here. There is really a family that's broken to bits. There's more than just drama. There's real shit. And you know, you guys need to remember that Patrick lives right by the Whittakers. So do I believe that Betty Whittaker said something or Larry said something to Justin about the windows in the truck? Yeah, I do. Imagine that. All right, guys. Be well. Thanks.
Bing, boing, bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip.